As we all know, art is a great way to express ourselves, whether you like to write or draw or bake cakes, whatever it is you like to do. But everything about art is about association. So the first thing I'm going to do is present two mind-blowing facts. Then I'm going to talk about the history of art. Then I'm going to talk about what has happened to art and why that might not be a great thing. So the first mind-blowing fact comes to us from Pablo Picasso. He's well-renowned for his artistic interpretations of war, general life, the blue period, all his weird paintings. When he's presented in media or anything like that, he's presented as like this mystical, old-timey, like ancient artist. Did you know he died in 1973? That means that our mystical artist Pablo has experienced the Beatles, the assassination of JFK, the supermodel Twiggy, the Beverly Hillbillies, and Saturday morning cartoons, Hanna-Barbera edition. I thought everyone would enjoy learning about that. Because he's an artist. The next thing about association is celebrities are known for the times in which they're famous. But I'm about to present 4 people that were born in the same year, but known for different points in time. First, we got Anne Frank, born June 12th, 1929, known for her diary being publicized against her will, I'm sure, and being murdered in the Holocaust. There is also Martin Luther King Jr., born January 15th, 1929, but he's known for being slightly older and dying at 39 when he was assassinated, unfortunately. Dick Clark was born November 30th, I think, 1929, and he's known as a celebrity personality. He was on TV shows, American Bandstand, and he unfortunately died in 2012 of a heart attack. And then the other person born in 1929 was Audrey Hepburn. She was born May 4th, known as an amazing actress and a humanitarian. Died slowly and painfully of cancer in 1993. But they were all known for different points of time, and knowing that they are all the same age is kind of jarring. So, I'm going to move into now the second part about artisans and the history of art and how things have come to how they've come to now. So the first is artisans used to be very specialized professionals. You had everybody for like bakers, meat smokers, sculptors, painters, all of that was a specialized field. You were a professional, you were licensed. It was only legal to purchase these products from them. So, sorry, I totally forgot. So the process was you would work, men, of course, because there was no female artisans at the time. Men would work their way up from being like an apprentice, and then there was like 3 or 4 more ranks, and then you became a master, and you were licensed to sell your products. This naturally evolved into things like restaurants. Yeah, restaurants. So people would be like, I have good bread, you have good meat, let's put it together, let's make sandwiches. That's how we got Subway. Same with art studios. Art studios evolved, and it became, first they were selling their sculptor, the sculptor would sell their sculptures, painters would sell their paintings, and they'd come together, sell their stuff. Then they would start giving lessons and things like that, and it became more mainstream. And then, now it's a con artist game. Corporate takeover of a lot of things are going to be presented here. So we've got the con artisans. So we got assorted bagels. If you go to Winco or like a local grocery store, it's like $2.50 for a dozen. That's what you get. If you want the superstar treatment, you're going to go for the artisan breakfast spread. It's $35. It's $35. I don't know. It looks the same to me, but I don't have the artist's eye. I'm not that special. Another con artisan's game, bottled water. It's nice. $1.07. typical price. You want that artesian spring water, you're going to triple the price, $3.50. And it's got a fancy bottle. That's about it. So what does this mean? Absolutely nothing. To be perfectly honest, it doesn't mean anything. We're consumers. We have the right to choose nice water or artesian water if we want. But to me, what it means is people who do have the skills, the actual artisans, still do deserve to get paid for their services. But the problem we have is that marketing hype makes it so we can't tell the difference between actual art and a bottling plant in Minnesota. So you get to decide where you spend your money. Sorry, I'm forgetting my place. So what this has led to is a glorification of bad art. So bad art has become an art unto itself, which frightens and excites me. I hope it does to you too. So the first thing I found was bad Photoshop contests. These are legitimate contests. And people, they'll have themes, all kinds of fun stuff. And Photoshop used to be super expensive. It was time consuming. It could cost upwards of $30,000 to edit a photo. And now you can pay like $100 and get Adobe Photoshop on your computer. It's changed drastically with the modernization technology. So here's a winner from a bad Photoshop contest. And the theme was make something absurd. So here you go. It wins. It scares me. This is what wins. But I hope you like Nicolas Cage. And another thing about bad Photoshop contests is they're gaining popularity. And there was a whole site dedicated to bad advertisements, like take this product and make it as dumb as possible. I don't have any examples because they scared me. And then this has, of course, evolved into memes, in which I'm going to attempt to define, or I did up there, I don't know if I can read it, modern day ways of expressing common sentiments through exaggerated hyperbole, using well-known imagery and or popular images. I am pretty sure most of you, at least, have heard of The Lord of the Rings. We got one. It's pretty safe, pretty fun, pretty just normal. That's just a normal meme. Unfortunately, corporations like the bagels took over. So here are some real-life examples of advertisements and products that were memed by corporate ad execs who think they're cooler than they are. OMG Shakespeare. This is real. I've seen it, I've touched it, I've read it. YOLO Juliet. The art of Shakespeare as told by emojis. And if you thought the Emoji Movie was bad, I'm sorry. It's worse. Juicy Fruit decided to ride that emoji wagon. And if you can decipher this, let me know. I don't even know. This was on their Facebook page. I think there's a rock and roll party, but I'm not sure. Is that what it says? Thank you. But corporations aren't the only ones who decided memes were a good way to advertise. It's gone to the churches. They get in on the action. Meghan Trainor released a song all about that bass. But now we're all about that grace. Yeah. I mean, I might go to this church, potentially. I don't know about you guys. And then the mother lode of all evil is Etsy. Well, Etsy is a great platform for artists to sell their products at fair, reasonable prices internationally. It is also a platform for nightmare fuel because everyone thinks they're an artist, but they're not all artisans. So the first one I got, I'm really sorry if you're afraid of clowns. I am, and this popped up on my Facebook, and I was like, no. But I felt I had to, this was $49.95 on Etsy. Yeah. The next one comes to us from somewhere on Etsy and cost $129.95. This is a Tinkerbell pillow, carefully sewn by the best artisans of our time. I don't know about you, but I think that's worth $130. Minimum wage in Washington is like $12. That's a couple days of work. Not that much. I want to leave on this. There is a museum of bad art. Literally exists. A physical museum where people can donate their art pieces. And my last piece is the end, donated by the artist himself to the Museum of Bad Art in Sweden. It's called Teenage Girl. Yeah.
Today's subject is prunes, the poop fruit. I need you all to settle down. I know it's funny. Everybody thinks this is funny. All right, we're going to learn something today. So there's going to be a test at the end of this, so you probably want to take notes. All right, here we go. So first, let's start with a little history. Okay, there was a group of people who were wandering through the desert. They were lost and they were hungry. They came upon an oasis. And at this oasis, there was a field of prunes, and they ate it. And they were like, hey, God has saved us, and they called it the God fruit. By the end of the day, they realized their mistake. Their blessing was a curse. And the first recorded note of prunes is an Egyptian archaeological dig in 1856. And basically, these folks called it the fruit of the foul floods. Basically, nobody ate this shit again for several decades. All right, so going back through history, here on number 1, we have a caveman looking at stones, trying to decide which one he's going to wipe his butt with. Now, the oldest known written joke is a fart joke. Something which has never occurred since time immemorial. A young woman did not fart in her husband's lap. That's the Sumerian quote. I assume it's sarcasm because the minute I met my husband, I farted on him. I think that's how we secured the relationship. Now, the first buried poop was discovered in a cave in Oregon. The DNA was extracted from a fossilized poop. And it's the oldest human remains that we have to this day, especially in the Western Hemisphere. And of course, the first in-flight poop happened in 1903 with Orville Wright. Upon getting off the ground, he said, "Oh shit," and he pooped himself. All right, there's a common misconception that prunes are the dried fruit of what are those things? Plums. I'm so fucking dry. These of plums. This is not true. Prunes are their own fruit. They grow out of, they're their own plant. Now, extra credit, boys and girls. Fallacy comes from the Latin word phallus because dicks are bullshit. All right. This is the island of Crete. That's where prunes come from. Yeah, prunes come from. I was like, prunes or plums? Prunes. Prunes come from the island of Crete. They grow on the side of the mountain. Let's see. All right. Life cycle of the prune. All right. In the fall, they plant the prune. The goats on the side of the mountain in the island of Crete fertilize the prunes. In the wintertime, the first prune roots appear. They kind of look like toilet paper rolls. It's weird. In the spring, the roots twist into a new shape, kind of looks like a toilet. One single flower comes out of the toilet. This is commonly known as a fart blossom. And the bees pupinate it. Yes. And I know, fart jokes, I love them. And in the summertime is when you get to pick them. So what happens is in the summertime, the pit falls out of the prune, and when it does, it makes a sound. And then that's how you know they're ready to go. Or a poot sound if you want to give it an onomatopoeia. All right. So this here is ex-dick farmer Toots McGee. Toots McGee has farmed dicks for a long time, but he decided to move on to prunes. So he allowed us to record the sound of prunes when the sound of prunes when they come into season. He has described them as "it's something" and a symphony of farts. This is nature, folks. What is so funny? This is a serious subject. Please. All right. So, as you've been told your whole life by your mom, poop is important. If you know what's going in and you know what's coming out, you're probably healthy. So, everything you need to know and more. Here we go. All right. There are different types of poop shapes. You need to know this. Each shape is kind of indicative to your health. Now, I didn't take the time to write down all the information you need about the shapes and what they mean, so just look it up online. But you probably will recognize your shape, so just go look it up. We have the pebble, the oblong, the cylinder, the macaroni. This is a popular one in the U.S. The corn enhanced, soft serve. Now, this is the one you need to be concerned about. Chowder. If you have a chowder poop, you are probably on the verge of having what's called a bowl destroyer. Now, you should probably go to the hospital because a bowl destroyer will kill you. Now, the reason we know this is in 1959 in Guggenheim, Nebraska, James Lipsofshitz had the only recorded boil destroyer that we know of. Unfortunately, his cat, who was sitting in his underwear at the time, was also killed in the ensuing blast. His children, who were in another room, were also harmed. They put him in a life flight to Germany, whom seems to have all the information on fecal disasters. Tried to help them, but they died in flight. And of course, poor James, he was just launched into space. All right. Now, here's an interesting fact. Did you know that some people will not poop in public? I know, this is crazy talk. And most of the time, people cite it as germs. Now, just so you know, if you go into a public restroom and you use paper to kind of cover up and you wash your hands thoroughly, a moderately dirty bathroom is not going to make you sick. What? All right, here's another thing. Sure, something your mom has told you is don't hold it in. It's not good for you. Never hold in a poop. Here I have a picture of two ladies who've been holding in poops for several months. Can you imagine the shits they're going to have to deal with later? Oh my God, it's terrible. All right, now, of course, like I said, holding in a poop is bad for you. You know what? Everybody poops. It's natural. Everybody does it. Women do it, men do it, babies do it, old people do it. Celebrate it. Be happy about it. Come on. Oh. Can you make that play? Please. This is a celebration of pooping. We should all celebrate pooping, right? Poop, 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 poop. No? Oh, God damn it. Poop, poop, poop. Okay. Please hold. So anyway, I'm the last of 6 kids. When I was born, my siblings were 18, 16, 14, and 12. I had a sibling before me who died. So I was a real big treasure to my brothers and sisters, and I was just a Labrador retriever that just followed them everywhere. Yeah. All I wanted to ever do was entertain them. So they're sick of my shit. But so now I'm here for you guys. Hey, I have poop videos. Y'all are real lucky I didn't get real pictures of poop. I'm sitting on the toilet and I had to take a duty, and the duty hit the water and the water hit my booty. And then, yes. It does not want to play. Oh, here we go. It's really delightful. Anyway, all right. Why are we having this trouble?
I'm sitting on toilet. I had to take a duty. When the duty hit the water hit my booty. What the fuck?
Thank you. We have ways of making this happen. Anyway, all right. So what I'm saying is, don't be ashamed. If you got to take a poop, go to the damn bathroom. All right. There are common words for anus. They're always fun. You've got the pooper. You've got the shitter. This is my favorite with a southern accent. Butthole. Chocolate starfish. Turd cutter. And as coined by Amy Schumer, where the poo comes out. Does anybody have any others? Because these are my favorite terms, like names for boobs, dicks. But yeah. Brown eye. Yes. Very good. Yes. Yes. Poop shoot. Yeah. All right. So I'm telling you guys all this because there's something you need to know about. There's something called the sneeze poop. Have you guys ever had this happen? Have you ever been sitting on the toilet and sneezed? All right. One person knows. This is what happens. Basically, when you're sitting on the toilet and you're pooing and you have to sneeze, what will happen is as you sneeze, your asshole will open up its complete and total width plus 1 millimeter, and it hurts a lot. Then all the poop in your body shoots out and slams into the toilet at a high velocity. And then your asshole slams shut, causing a vacuum to create in your gut, and it's very painful. But because of every reaction, there's an opposite and equal reaction. Your asshole will open wide again, and air will rush back in. And that's how you know what it feels like to be a balloon animal. All right, I'm going to end on this. Basically, everybody likes a good dad joke. I love a good dad joke. And so one of my favorites is this. Why does poop taper at the end? Anybody got an answer? So your asshole doesn't slam shut. So now you know. You guys go forth, be happy poopers. I'm April Gallaty.
Hello? Which one is forward? To the right, okay. Hello, my name is Eddie Sue. I'm tipsy. I had like four gin and tonic. It's like my 4 kids. Okay, so anyway, I'm talking about cultural appropriation because I'm from Taiwan. I get to talk about this. So read this. This is like a cultural shed. Not too long. I'm just ask you this. First of all, okay. It's cultural appropriation. Basically, it's like something dominate another thing, whatever, blah, 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 blah. This is, you can find this on Wiki because I copy-paste on Wiki. So basically, it's this. So, I love you guys so much, but white people, stop dressing like this. Don't do this on Halloween, just so you guys. So this is what cultural appropriation is about. Basically, it's like you dress like another culture, and then you know, or no matter if you are like Hawaiian or like Mexican or like a Native American. Anyway, but the thing is like, how about this? A white lady dressed like a traditional, fancy Asian me. Do you guys think this is cultural appropriation? Raise your hand if you feel so. Oh, 1. Okay, I'm gonna prove you wrong. She studied cultural appropriation. She studied cultures, and then she went to like a vintage Asian store, and then just buy this dress, and she thinks it's beautiful. The thing is like, yeah, it's beautiful, and I personally don't think it's cultural appropriation because like, I'm okay. First of all, I'm from Taiwan. This dress is from China. Fuck them. Anyway, fuck Chinese. Anyway, thank you. Anyway, she dressed up this to her prom, high school prom, because she thinks she's beautiful in this dress, and she studied Asian culture. This dress, you guys don't wear it, where you have like the crop all the way to the top to your butt, so guys can fuck it easier. Hey, think about it. Okay, this guy here, white man. I'm drunk, so I'm just gonna go underneath that. Do you think you'll fuck this this lady wear this Asian dress?
Me?
Yeah, do you?
He's married.
I'm married to her, so no.
I'm just gonna pretend you are single, and you are gonna be fine with that, because he's already vowed to you, so. It's a what's the term? Hypothetical? Yeah, hypothetical question. Would you fuck this lady if she wear this Asian dress?
That would be her choice.
Ooh, thank you. Yeah, that's very nice of you. Anyway, she studied Asian culture, and then she knows this is a good thing about Asian people. And then she studied this, and she wear this to her prom, where everybody is like, "Oh my God, you are beautiful." And then Asian people in America are like, "You are doing cultural appropriation. You suck." But the thing is, like, in Asia, we wear this shit all the time. Like in Asian people, we wear fancy white dress to pretend we are like fucking Catholic or like Christian to get married. Is that cultural appropriation? Think about it. Like this and this. Think about it. And then, so the secret is like this can make Asian rich, because it's a wedding shit. Like this girl. I cannot do the name, but she's Asian, and then she, yeah. White dress. We don't invented that. We don't invented the white dress, and we just wear this in Taiwan or Korea or Japan. We just wear it. Is it a cultural appropriation? Compare this and this. It's both for important event in your life. Anyway, so I personally think this is not cultural appropriation, because as long as you can make money of that, like people who get married, if you not get married, if you do, you have to prepare shit tons of money for sure. Marriage is expensive. Anyway, but I'm gonna talk about Kim Kardashian. She has this new. You guys have do you have Twitter? Do you have a Twitter? Yeah. Whatever you do. Anyway, Kim Kardashian, she released this like underwear line, and she decided to call her underwear line kimono, which this is the real kimono. Like, this is a real kimono, and she decided to call this brand kimono. This is a fucking cultural appropriation, because Japanese are go wild up. Say like, no, fuck you, Kim Kardashian. That's not kimono. This is the real kimono. So all the Twitter, if you use Twitter, we are going to call this Kim or no. Right? Yeah. True story. If you Googled it, it keeps saying this shit all the time, and then Kim Kardashian finally, after 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever, and then she decided to rebrand her fucking kimono to whatever she's going to. But Kim Kardashian is a problem of America. Anyway. I think she is. Fuck her. Anyway. Am I on TV? Oh my god, fuck her anyway. Next, I'm going to talk about Superman because Superman is from Krypton and he wears like human beings' clothes all the time like this. And then before he suit up to become Superman, he is actually cultural appropriation to human Earth. Think about it. And he wears underwear out. Like this red thing over here, it's underwear. Like you cannot wear that out. Who do that? Do you do that? Do you do that? Like I don't do that. Look at me. I don't do that. So I figured out the best scenario for Superman. Just do this. Right. Yeah, we will give it a go, Superman. Just do it. And then when I write this bit to my friend, my friend told me you know what, Eddie, Superman is a fictional character. He can do whatever the fuck you want. He's adopted by human being. So let's talk about this. Okay, I know a lot of people are gonna freak out. But the thing is when I post this to my black people friends, and then they are like, white people shouldn't get white, sorry, rephrase, I'm drunk, sorry. White people shouldn't get dreads because it's a black people culture, like white people shouldn't get it. The story about this girl is it was adopted by black family. And then her parents give her dreads. Are we gonna say she's cultural appropriation or something? We don't, because that would be oversensitive about it. The thing is I feel like this lady, she's gonna grow up and she's just gonna listen to NPR. She's gonna do abortion procedure to people. And she's going to give me avocado toast if you want to ask for that, because I'm fucking millennial. I know. Speaking of food, let's talk about this. Boba tea. Do you guys have boba tea in your life? Yeah, okay. A lot of people don't know. Boba tea is actually from Taiwan, which is where I'm from. We invented this drink in 2000s. And it slowly become a very popular drinks around the world. You need to pay $10 in England, London, to buy this. Where in Taiwan it's like fucking 10 cents. Fuck British. Anyway, I love British. Anyway, okay. Anyway, but our neighbor country, Japan, is crazy about boba tea. So they do this. They put boba in ramen. They put boba in pizza. They put boba in mapo tofu. Do you think it's a cultural appropriation? No, it's fucking gross. That's about it. Speaking of mapo tofu is actually one of traditional food in Asia, and then Chinese people invented that, and so I'm talking about Chinese people. So this you don't read this at all, I know, but Taiwanese, we use this to spell our words in Taiwan, but Chinese people, they use English to learn their language. So this, you can all say this properly. Isn't that cultural appropriation? Use English to say Chinese? Think about it. It's not, because it's let's go back to 70s, kill fucking mouse. A mouse is the problem of this, because he say we shouldn't speak Chinese. We should use English to speak Chinese. That's why we need to go back to 70s, kill fucking mouse. Think about it. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so a lot of people also talk about cultural appropriation. People who are super sensitive, they say this. Animal prints. Like you think it's like animal prints, like oh my prints is not your culture. But people do this shit. Just so you know, this is how we get STD. Like if this has not happened before, we all have fucking whatever STD it is. But anyway, because of this, we all have this. Flurry people. There's a fetish. I'm not, okay, if you, whoever in the crowd, if you have some kind of like a fluffy thing, I'm not judging you. I'm just saying that you can do this if you want to. Just find an animal, you can do it. I don't care. But we all have a dream, right? You have a dream. Do you have a dream? You guys have dreams. And so let's come and talk about fetish. I don't, but some people have food fetish. And then so I'm just gonna talk about like some food fetish people, they have like big dreams about like Sasquatch. So let's talk about this. I know, right? Do you think that's a cultural appropriation? Remember my topic is a cultural appropriation. People who hung Sasquatch, I just think they are not cultural appropriation. They just have the fantasy about food fetish, and then their automatic dream is Sasquatch. Anyway, speaking of our dreams, like skateboarders, they have like a super cool skateboarder thing. You know, they do cool stuff all the time. And then we have these people who use scooters to do the same trick. My taking of this, I will say, they are just as cool as skateboarders, but with a little bit coward spirit in their mind. Hashtag trying to live. Alright, so I'm originally from Asia. I'm just gonna talk about something in Asia. Next will be this. So Pacific Islanders, a lot of Pacific Islanders, they are actually worship dicks. If you know that. Do you know that? You don't know that. Yeah, because you guys are all white people. But Pacific Islanders, a lot of Pacific Islanders, they actually worship dicks or penis to be specific. So especially in Japan, they do this. It's real. It's in Japan. Is it a cultural appropriation? Because when we have this, like, girls, you like it. I understand. Do you see there's like a different kind of size and shape, different like angle, you know? So is that a cultural appropriation when we trying to have a dildo in our life, and then just, is that cultural appropriation or not? Think about it. Yes, think about it. Yeah. But like, I thought about it, and then cause I'm a gay, so the next thing I'm gonna talk about this. I cannot find a proper picture, so I'm just gonna show you this one. This is called pegging. So, which is like a dudes who enjoys being fucked by thinking going to in their ass. And I thought about it, is it a cultural appropriation towards to gay culture? Like, oh my god, you're taking something from me, you know? Like, right? But honestly, ladies, if your significant other enjoys pegging, I'm just gonna say it's not cultural appropriation. It's called welcome to the club. I'm going to teach you some tricks. Yeah. Anyway, I broke up with my boyfriend. He's Mexican, and then before I met him, I took him to this restaurant, and then we had this. This is tacos. This is guabao, which is. He told me this thing looks like taco. He's Mexican, and then he thinks this is like tacos. And I was like, all right, it's actually something similar. This is actually why I want to do this thing about cultural appropriation, because I thought about it. Next thing I do is this. In Taiwan, we eat zongs. In Mexico, they eat tamales. In Greek, they eat dolmas. You guys all know the different food, right? Follow with me right now. It's actually the same thing, right? Think about it. It's all the same thing. It's like a leaves with food inside, and then you steam it and you eat it. And then basically, is it cultural appropriation? Like, think about it. It's not, because think about this. Culture might be similar, overlapping on each other in a way that we didn't know how they get to these points. I'm reading this, sorry, I'm drunk. I'm reading this right now, all right. We are in a world where merge so many things together. We don't need to accuse each other who is cultural appropriation or being too sensitive about it. What we need is respect. Yes. That's it. My name's Sadie Sue.
Hey guys, my name is Kat. How are you motherfuckers doing tonight? Yes, awesome. So I love Disney. From wearing princess costumes for Halloween to getting finger banged on Space Mountain, I've had a very wholesome Disney Floridian experience. Unlike you guys though, like you guys though, I feel like I have grown up watching the Disney movies, and they have influenced me in a way that is kind of subversive, like you don't even think about it. And I am here to prove to you tonight that all Disney movies all Kinks are based on Disney movies. And so I would like to present to you the ABCs of Disney Kinks. A is for aglamatophilia, which is a very good place to start. It's the sexual attraction to dolls. And it's kind of a rite of passage, you know? Being like wanting to make out with a Disney princess doll because your Barbie's already decapitated. Bonus points if you've ever been sexually attracted to a doll that looks like you. B is for bestiality, and I would just like to say, Disney, can you please stop making animals I wanna fuck? Even you. Especially you too, motherfuckers! Disney, you're confusing me. C is for candlesticking, which is the penetrative masturbation with a sex toy. And you can't tell me that Lumiere isn't the bastard that invented 2 in the pink, 1 in the stink. D is for dacrophilia, which is being turned on by the sound of crying. I see you, Disney animators! I see you! True story, my dad asked me if I wanted to see Bambi because it was the only Disney movie that had a mom, and I want to be half as funny as he is. E is for exhibitionism. Just look at Donald's duck dick. I mean, come on. I was going to choose Pooh for this because he also has a shirt and exposed genitalia, but can we all agree that Donald is definitely an exhibitionist? Yeah. He's got the look of someone that comes up to you at Savi's with his dick out and talks to you while he's standing and you're sitting, you know? I call it a sailor's hello. F is for foot fetish, and Cinderella is the only bitch that can pull this off. Like, I swear to God, see-through slippers? I tried to buy a see-through bra recently, and you know what happened? I got steamy nipples. I sweated my bra out. G is for gags. Thanks to this bitch, I now have a fantasy where a lumberjack lesbian gags me and fucks me with a strap on and then makes me pancakes in the morning. And if you think I'm being stereotypical, then you've never met a true lesbian, because all the good ones have a 2-to-1 ratio of sex toys to brunch options. H is for holosexual, which is someone who gets attracted by sequins or shiny things. And seeing as how Jessica Rabbit is 69% sequins, I figured this is where she belongs. Like, she's fucking sexy, right? She is like the devil to Marilyn Monroe's angel. It's insane. Holy shit. She's like the ocean walking if it had a butt plug in it, you know? And just by showing these pictures, somebody is hard right now. I is for ice play. Do you want to build a snowman and then stick it in your butt? We can use ice instead of spit. When I suck your dick, you will lose your shit. This is the only fetish I actually have. Ladies, put ice on your clit. That's all I have to say. J is for Japanese rope bondage. This is the thing where I kind of really wanted to find an image of Rapunzel who was like tied up all sexy with her hair as her rope, but it doesn't exist. So guess what, guys? I invented a fetish. Thank you. Rule 34, someone has to draw it eventually. K is for cata something, catapatrono. Wait, actually, okay. Catopatronophilia. It's being sexually turned on by seeing yourself in a mirror. And this is perfect for the evil queen. Because if you don't think this bitch doesn't drink red wine and masturbate in front of a mirror, you don't know stepmom's over 50. This next section is a little section I'd like to call Let Me See, or Let Me Gnaw on Peter's Pan. Yes, I had a way too inappropriate crush on Peter Pan growing up. I got his sheets for inappropriate reasons. It was fun. I just love him. He looks like David Bowie became a Boy Scout, right? Sorry, this is what would be David Bowie as a Boy Scout. And just by mentioning a furry and David Bowie in the same sentence, I checked off Q is for queer. I can say that because I'm on the Portland Queer Comedy Festival in 2 weeks. Come check us out as Funhouse Lounge. Thank you. R is for rubber play. At this point in my writing, I got very drunk, and I wondered what would happen if Mickey Mouse was actually a man in a rubber suit, and then I Googled it, and then I saw these photos, and now we all have to see these photos. S is for SoundCloud rappers. The Mad Hatter in the new remake looks like every time he gives you a yeast infection, he sings a very unmerry birthday to you. In the same vein, T is for Tool Time. Tim Allen and Buzz Lightyear are responsible for every dude in cargo shorts who has convinced you that sex in a car isn't that bad. It's that bad! Sex in a car is like doing the Macarena. It's bad if people see you, but it's just as bad if you do it in the dark. U is for Europhilia, and I hate to say it, but there are no bathrooms on the magic carpet. And the original song, they go across the whole world, motherfuckers. And just the lyrics, don't you dare close your eyes. Hold your breath, it gets better. I posit that Aladdin is into pee play. What up, R. Kelly? I see you. V is for vampire fetish. This is an interesting one. I could not find a single Disney vampire. What the fuck? That is legitimately surprising. I thought Walt Disney loved all creatures that made money equally, but apparently hashtag the one that got away. W is for whatever the fuck this is! Holy shit, I didn't know a clit could get hard, but apparently mine did the first time I saw this. Oh, God, Jasmine, please, thank you, Daddy. X is for xylophone because X is always for xylophone. Y is for yiffing because Disney taught me that animals can have fuck eyes. And X is for Tinkerbell because that bitch is dramatic as fuck. You know if she was at an orgy, she'd make everyone's ass cheeks clap if you believe. And so if you believe in me, clap with your ass cheeks because that has been my presentation on the A to Z of Disney Kinks. Thank you very much.
Great, good. Hey, let's get all the presenters on the stage. Everybody. Megan Peaker, April Gallaty, Eddie Sue, Kat Buckley. Kelly's Olympian. Did you all have a good time this evening? If you learn more about the distinction between art and artisans and just how enjoyable bad art is, let's give it up for Megan Peaker! If you learn more than you ever thought you knew or wanted to know about prunes and poop, give it up for April Gallaty! If you are a white man feeling much better about appropriated culture, give it up for Eddie Sue! And if you know, that kink, it's all about this. Give it up for Kat Buckley! Thank you so much. That's our show. Have a good night, everybody.